This looks like as good a spot as any to make a little video, so excuse me while I munch on my little fruit. I just got back from the PCC market, getting some of this organic fruit. I just had some watermelon too. That stuff was smacking. But if you ain't had no organic kiwis, oh my goodness. You know, we've been eating so much GMO food that your body just gets used to that taste. And when you really taste the earth, that organic sweetness, and just God's candy, that's what I like to call fruit, like God's candy, man. It's so different, man, so different. I'm talking about your taste buds get to jumping and your mouth get to salivating and celebrating on a totally different level, man. But the sun decided to make a little sneak peek appearance today, and it's lovely. I think it's maybe even up to the 70s right now, maybe like 72 or something like that over here in Seattle. So it's cool, man. I had to come out here, man, and soak up some of the rays today, and you know, just treat my body. I really wanted some fried chicken, but made a healthier decision. And I'm looking around, man, and seeing all these women, and I just wanted to touch on that subject again. For those maybe that been struggling with semen retention, and just to get on that streak. I'm remembering when I first was introduced to this by the universe. You know, if you go back to one of my videos, I'll, you know, tell the story how I was incarcerated and just had been on a journey of like self-improvement. You know, that was my focus, and within that, you know, happened upon the semen retention. But one of the things that helped me, and it may help you as well, is just getting to that first week and that second week, and then, you know, those urges will subside based on the discipline and based on the consistency of the habit that you've acquired within those 2 weeks of just, you know, not giving into the sexual urge. But to get on those 2 weeks, one of the things I suggest that really helped me is diverting the eyes. Yes, as the saying goes, you know, where your attention goes, energy flows. And so if you can start instructing yourself that every time you see a woman, it don't matter if you shouldn't even be paying attention if she's beautiful or not, or if she has a good body or not. Anytime you see a woman, avert your eyes. Look down, look around, look somewhere else. And just continue to do that until it becomes just a habit, to where it's like your mind isn't focused on that. You know, it doesn't go straight into that urge and that lustful tendency. You know, because that's all it is. When you start looking at a woman long enough, you know, it's just in our biological nature just to start thinking about procreating and having sex and stuff like that. And so that's a good practice. And then I think once you get on, I don't know the exact number, and it could be different for everybody, but I think once you get on 1 or 2 weeks of that, you definitely should have acquired enough discipline and practice and self-restraint to where it's not, where you're able to do that just unconsciously, you know, not. And if you do happen to look at a woman, it's not, you know, looking down at her body or her breasts or her ass or nothing like that. It's just, you know, you're looking at her as a person now. Excuse me. Another thing that crossed my mind is, you know, because I want companionship. You know, I think as any mature male does, you know, as you get older, you know, ain't nothing like having a good woman and a companion, you know, especially one that's on the same accord. But if I'm honest with myself, I can't yet provide how it is that I would want to realistically, like in like a family dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you really have the funds? Do you really have the means? Not only mentally, you know, and spiritually and physically, but financially. Have you gotten yourself into a position to where you have enough foundation and structure to take care of yourself, let alone somebody else. And then, you know, when it comes to the sexual stuff too, procreating and having children, do you have the finances to really sustain that type of lifestyle? And when I was thinking about that, a lot of us probably know, man. A lot of us are struggling to take care of ourselves. We're struggling to even, you know, conquer our own urges, let alone be in a leader position to help other people conquer their, you know, struggles in life. Because that's what you're going to be required to do as a man of a family, a man of a woman in that situation. You're going to be required to be the leader, to have the answers, to figure it out, you know, to be the backbone, to be the support of the system that you're creating. And if we're realistic to ourselves, realistic with ourselves and to ourselves, a lot of us don't have not yet reached that level of understanding or level of finance and everything. So you really don't deserve it yet. And I think that's if you can feel what I'm saying and really take that to heart and really be realistic with your expectations and what you're asking for, you don't deserve to have sex yet, because it's for procreation. And if you can align with how nature's natural order is, that's what sex is designed for. And of course, if you find a wife, you know, having sex and showing your love for each other is definitely something that's going to be a necessity, you know, during a relationship, and it's going to be a complementary thing that's comes with the relationship. But you don't yet deserve that, man. You don't deserve to have sex. And that's the honest truth. Until you've established yourself in a lot of these categories. And I'm not saying you got to be perfect. I don't think anybody's gonna ever reach a state of perfection. But I think definitely there's a realistic level that you can get on to where it's like, you know, your foundation is built in order to build upon that. You know, so until we get that base, you know, like the house, until we build that concrete base, you know, we get everything leveled out, you know, and properly, you know, the drainage, you know, everything, you know, I don't know if you gotta know how to, you know, build foundations for houses and stuff. There's a lot that goes into just the foundation, and that's the most important thing. Because if you build on top of that, as they say too, I don't know if it's in the Bible, or I think maybe like building your house on top of sand is just a remedy for destruction. You know, it even goes back to the 3 little pigs. You building your house with straw, you building your house with sticks. No, we need to start building our house with bricks as men. You know, unshakable, you know, something that's very sturdy, and something that can withstand the traumas and the turmoils and the adversities that are going to come with not only with yourself, but in your relationship, you know, with other people. Because you have to be a strong man. You're gonna have to handle not only yours but hers and the children's, you know what I mean, for a prolonged period of time for their life, you know, if you're serious about, you know, what you're doing. So just want to make that little tidbit, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, Whole Foods, PCC, it's gonna run you a little bit, you know what I mean? But, you know, I just take it like this. I used to go buy eighths and quarters and zips, half ounces, and just blow, burning my weed up. You know what I'm saying? Burning my money up with the weed. So this is something that, even though it may be expensive, is nourishing my body, whereas I was actually paying to destroy my body. So, man, go get you some of this fruit, man. Go get you some of this fruit. Show you what else I got. I ain't gonna give you all my secrets and shit now, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, I like to share the knowledge, you know what I'm saying? And get you some coconut water, or my bad, coconut water. You know, I'm not endorsing these people or nothing like that, so I hope they don't try to cut my stuff off because I showed that. But hey, you know, somebody work for that company, or hey, you want me to be a sponsor and all that, man, send your boy some cases, man, and I'm gonna go ahead and make the case for your product. But another thing too, I just want to share this last little tip that I started getting hit to. I started getting the knowledge of H3O. You know, a lot of us drink water to stay hydrated and stuff like that. But within fruit, it has what's called H3O. And it's pretty much structured water. You know, the water, you know, definitely hydrates you more, and your body takes to it more. It's a different structure to the water when the plants grow, and you know, the water that's within them. That's why you eat a lot of watermelon, because it's about, I think, maybe 90%, maybe a little bit over 90% water. You know what I mean? So I'm getting my hydration from that instead of actually drinking it. Aside from the coconut water, I don't really drink a lot of water. I get my water, I get my H3O through eating fruit, you know, stuff that contains high contents of water. And just the structure of the water within the fruit and vegetables and things like that is way different, you know, and it's way more aligned with your body. So that's it for today, man. Hope everybody has a good one. Catch you later. Deuces.